Hello and welcome back to the channel. Sister Kate here. Wanted to talk to you today about your fall harvest, and I wanted to specifically share something with you that I'm really proud of. So fall harvest time, I'm looking at tomatoes that are ripe, potatoes that are ripe, and I'm also keeping an eye on my wild grapes. And I noticed I have some bunches getting ripe, so I went out and I harvested them. And I wanted to show you very quickly something I'm really excited about. So this year we've had really good rains and really good temperatures for plant growth, for garden growth. And these are some of my grapes from my wild vines. I'm really excited about the color and the uniformity and the size of these grapes. Now these are not your table grape variety. They're not those great big ones that you can get at the store. They are wild grapes. They're most likely muscadine, possibly Concord, because look at how dark they are when ripe, but muscadine can have more than one variety. And since they are everywhere around here, I know my grapes are old, and so my assumption is they're muscadine. Now, I've told you before in other videos how you start to tend your vines, and one of the most important things you do is prune them back. You have to prune them back in February, and you can also fertilize in February. Rabbit manure is supposed to be very good for grapes. I also noticed that there's white gravel in a lot of commercial wineries, and I think that's to help reflect sunshine up onto your grapes. Now when the grape, if you look at this bunch, this green one, when your grapes are that big or a little bit smaller, is when you start to prune back the leaves at the top of the vines. That allows the sunlight and wind to get to your fruit because you don't want them to mold. Also, I use these bags right here. I ordered them from Amazon and I wrap my bunches. Now, in the case of these bunches, these bags kept away the bugs and the raccoons and the deer from eating those bunches. But I think and I do that when I see, the little grapes on there, when they're like the size of, like a peppercorn. I start to put the bags on, or even bigger, like the size of a pea is when I do it. But I'm starting to think I need to do it as soon as I see the clusters forming, because some of the bunches are eaten and you can see little black dots on the grapes. Some of them are eaten as they come ripe, and I think they're being eaten by some sort of larva from the inside because I don't see holes in these bags. So I think I'm going to start doing this earlier. Now, after you've taken the leaves off of your grapes and they start to color, just keep your eye on them. And when they're the color you want, that's when you harvest your grapes. And my plan for them is to make wine. I have videos on making wine. It's easier than making jam. I've not tried to make jam with these simply because you have to de-seed them and take the skins off and process it and mix things together and blend it, and it's a lot of work, and I don't want to do that. So I do make wine with mine, and I have videos on that. I use Grandma Pat's wild grape wine recipe. It is available online. You guys can put it in Google. I think it's at foodie.com or food.com. Anyway, now is the time, and this is proof that you can tend your own vines, that you don't have to go out and buy grapevines and plant them and wait the 7 years for them to get mature. If you have property, go out and look for the grapevines on your property and start to tend your own vines and get the fruit from them. I think it's a wise decision for any homestead to take advantage of what is already out there. All right, bless you. Thanks for watching. Shalom.